Are EVs making the planet unlivable? All of us have been bombarded with claims about the environmental benefits of electric vehicles, but is the reality matching the hype? For you, transportation is an important part of life on a daily basis, but have you ever thought about the impact of the transportation that you use on the environment? Transportation is a major culprit in climate change, accounting for a staggering 1/5 of global greenhouse gas emissions. As a result, the world is rapidly shifting gears towards electric vehicles. You must have noticed that governments worldwide are incentivizing both consumers and car makers to make the switch, and it's paying off. EV sales are skyrocketing with an expected 83% increase in 2023 alone. So EVs are the vehicles that will define our future. What do you think about that? It's awesome to see us ditching old polluting ways for greener options across the board. Electric vehicles are definitely leading the charge as the go-to eco-friendly ride. But let's hit the brakes for a second and really examine how green these electric vehicles actually are. With more and more people moving to EVs, almost half of all cars sold by 2023 could be electric. It's time to deep dive into the pros and cons of this hot new trend. Electric cars are still pretty new, so we don't have all the answers just yet. But early research is looking good. Just one EV can cut carbon emissions by a whopping 1.5 million grams compared to a regular gas car in a single year. Imagine how much cleaner the air will be if lots more people make the switch. It's also a bit tricky to say exactly when an electric car becomes better for the environment than a gas car. You see, making electric cars takes up a lot of energy, which isn't great for the planet. But once they're on the road, they don't produce any tailpipe pollution. The really dirty secret is the batteries. They're packed with rare minerals like cobalt, lithium, and nickel, and digging those up is a huge hassle. It takes up a lot of energy, water, and labor, and it's not exactly kind to the planet. Plus, as EVs get bigger and need to go farther, we'll need even bigger batteries, which means even more mining. So while electric cars are a step in the right direction, we can't ignore the mess we're creating to build them. If we really want to clean up the whole process, we need to focus on making EVs, and especially their batteries, as green as possible. The big secret about electric cars isn't just the cars themselves, it's the electricity that powers them. Imagine charging your EV in sunny Costa Rica, where almost all the electricity comes from clean sources like the sun and wind. Now, picture doing the same in Wyoming, where most of the power comes from dirty coal. Pretty huge difference, right? This shows that EVs are only as green as the grid they're plugged into. Until we clean up our electricity sources, electric cars won't be able to live up to their zero emissions promise. Electric vehicles are great, but there's a catch. Digging up all those materials for batteries really hurts the planet. The good news is that about half of the stuff in those batteries can be recycled and used again. We're talking about valuable metals like nickel, cobalt, and lithium, the same ones that are hard to find in the first place. The problem is, we don't really know how to recycle batteries on a big scale yet. So while it's not a huge issue now, because there aren't that many old EV batteries around, it could be a massive headache in the future if we don't figure it out. EVs are definitely a step in the right direction, but they're not a magic solution yet. While they are cleaner than gas cars, it takes a long time for them to really pay off environmentally. To make them truly zero emission, we need to clean up how we make them and power them. So in hindsight, EVs are part of the puzzle, but not the whole picture. We've got a long way to go to create a fully sustainable world. Also, the electric vehicle surge faces obstacles. Battery constraints, charging infrastructure gaps, and economic uncertainties cast doubt on its rapid adoption. Is this a temporary setback or a fundamental challenge? That's something to be waited for and seen in the coming days ahead. Electric vehicles have been the darling of the automotive industry for a while now, promising a greener future. But hold on a sec, the road to widespread EV adoption isn't entirely smooth. Economic uncertainties are casting a shadow on this bright future. You must be wondering as to whether there are any uncertainties regarding EVs or if rumors are being spread by companies who are against EVs. But truth be told, EVs are losing appeal. Talk to your friends, family, or anyone out there in the market. They definitely tell you that in the future, EVs are going to be talked about much less. Rising interest rates and inflation are making those shiny new EVs a bit less appealing. With budgets tightening, consumers are thinking twice about big-ticket purchases. It's a tough sell to convince someone to splurge on an EV when the cost of living is climbing. Another hurdle is the supply chain. We've all felt the pinch of global supply chain disruptions, and the EV industry is no exception. Key components like batteries are facing shortages, driving up prices and slowing down production. This means fewer EVs on the road and higher costs for those lucky enough to get their hands on one. So while the future of EVs is undoubtedly bright, some economic clouds are indeed looming. Overcoming these challenges will require innovation, adaptation, and perhaps a little patience. Electric vehicles, they're pretty awesome, right? Less pollution, quieter roads, and potentially cheaper to run, but there's a biggie holding them back: charging infrastructure. It's like trying to drive a car without gas stations. But besides these things, there are a ton of other factors that decide the use of an EV. Imagine driving your EV on a long journey. You're excited about the eco-friendly ride, but anxiety creeps in as the battery range reduces. You scan the map for a charging station only to find that it's miles away from you or occupied. This is the harsh reality for many EV owners. The lack of reliable and accessible charging points is a major deterrent for potential buyers and a hindrance for current owners. But the problem isn't just about the scarcity of chargers, it's also about their location. Sure, having a charging station in a metro city is great, but what about rural areas or highways? We need a charging network that's as widespread as petrol pumps. Additionally, the charging speeds vary widely. Some chargers take hours to fill up a battery, while others offer rapid charging. This inconsistency makes it difficult for drivers to plan their journeys. The bottom line? The future of transportation might not be as black and white as we once thought. It's a complex picture with room for both ICEs and EVs to play a role. But if you think ICEs will take over EVs, then chances of your words turning into reality is not very far. Till then, it might just be EVs and the drama associated with it. Do you think that in the coming days, EVs will make way for more hydrogen-powered or ECE vehicles? Do share your thoughts on this in the comments down below, and for more interesting stories and updates, do subscribe to our channel, as well as press the bell icon for notifications. Bye for now.